Kaboo, you are not ultimate annoyance. You're not even ultimate evil, which you keep claiming you are, but you're not. Wanna hear something sick? Up until 20 minutes ago, I had no pants on. I went to go put pants on.
How's that sick?
Because I had fully on, no pants on. I spilled something on my pants and I had to take them all off. Shut up, Kaboo! So, let me not tell my sister that because she'll try and take my chair out and burn it. Head crabs! No!
Everywhere with the fucking crabs! I can hear them. I can hear them scurry.
Don't burn the chair. That's why we're not telling my sister I sat in the chair with no pants on. Oh, that reminds me, I have to put in my medicine. My sister said she would get my medicine. Because I got some more medicine I gotta get refilled today. Got like
oh,
one
that's
dose of
always
it left.
fun.
What? Refilling medicine?
Yeah.
Know what you mean?
Well, for me, it's usually involving going to the store and doing that.
Well, I can pick it up. I can order the refill online, and then my sister's gonna go in and pay for it and pick it up. Now begins the arduous task of remembering my frickin' password. There it goes.
It's probably not a good idea, but I have all my passwords stored in a text file that I just cut and paste.
You should use like LastPass or something like that to store those, or like PassLock or something.
The only reason I feel like I don't really need to worry is because I know I'm not important enough to where people are going to want to hack into my computer. It kind of falls back into the Rust thing of obscurity as security.
Yeah.
I know I'm not that important. Okay, there's nothing in that section. Moving on. I'm more or less just an exterminator at this point.
Yeah, what?
An exterminator.
Okay.
Just kill shit, move on. Kill shit, move on. Grab weapons if there is any. It's probably what Acolyte thought that Doom was, essentially. Just kill shit and move on.
It kind of sort of looks like Doom, but then again, it's also got elements of Wolfenstein. Is there more than one level? Nope.
Is there more than one level? Yes, there is.
And the fact that it looks like maze-like rooms of all of it, yeah, that's a ripoff of Wolfenstein. Oh my god, you guys, it's day outside.
Yes, you can see just from the reflection on the side.
No, I can see it because there's sunlight streaming into the living room.
If you look if you look at me, you can also see the sun coming in.
Oh, did y'all ever get your roof fixed so you can use your closet again?
Nope. Just never had the opportunity.
Why don't your dad
not-
just go up there and fix it himself?
I'm not quite sure of the overall reasoning. I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay. Y'all own the house or is it rented?
It's our house.
Okay. They should give you a bigger room.
Actually, this kind of is a bigger room compared to where I was living in.
Oh, you moved rooms?
Can't remember how long ago, but I did move to this room. God, I've been in this room for about probably 9 years.
Oh, 9 years? Oh, okay.
And it was only recently that, when I say recently, I mean like 2 years ago, that we finally got the room switched around. Because back there where the shelf is, that's where my computer was.
Okay.
Mom just really, really, really hated the way my desk looked. Because it wasn't really a desk, it was just it was one of those really long Walmart picnic tables with all my shit stacked on it. And it was like that for probably just as long. Probably 10 years, because even while I was in the other room, I was using that table.
Okay.
Of course.
So, does your brother live with y'all?
No, he is living in my grandmother's old house.
Okay.
He was.
Why does he get a posh house like that?
Huh?
Why does he get a posh house like that?
It's not really that posh a house. Compared to this house, his house is teeny.
Okay.
Really, really, really teeny.
Yeah, but he gets it to himself.
Kinda, sorta. He has been taking on roommates, though.
Okay.
Just to help pay for it. And why he can't pay for it all himself, I don't know. He has a cool job. I actually wish I had his job. His job was to simply load and unload airplane cargo.
Okay.
And I'm telling you this because he may not have the job for much longer. I think
Why
that
not?
I think that the company is looking to downsize, and it sounds like my brother's on the chopping block.
Well, is he not a good worker?
That part I couldn't tell you. I've never seen him in action.
Okay.
But I
Do you
trust him
think
to be...
he's a good worker?
I've seen him work at Hot Topic. He's got a pretty good work ethic.
Okay, so why is he on the chopping block?
That part I don't know. But I remember him saying that they're looking to cut him.
That sucks.
It does suck. I just hope he finds something that pays just as much as he was making. He was making a shit ton of money. Somewhere around maybe 12 to 13 bucks an hour.
That ain't bad.
I wish I could get in on that, but they're not allowed to hire relatives of employees.
That's fucking retarded.
Why does any company have rules like that? I don't understand that.
Well, I mean, anywhere else you go, as long as your relative isn't in a position to be your supervisor, like your direct reporting supervisor,
and
it's fine.
And he was not a supervisor, which makes even less sense as to why that rule would apply. But
yeah,
I
if he's got no seniority over you, there's no fucking problem with you working there. That's just their bullshit rules.
I just don't know.
Dude, you got a clean background. You should go get like a government job and get a security clearance and shit.
What's required to get into public service? Just I heard there was a test. Is that true?
I don't know. I think it's different for every state.
What was it like for your state?
From what I hear, you have to take a test and fill out the thing.
It wasn't too incredibly difficult, was it?
For state jobs, dude, I don't know. My job is completely different from that. I work on a government contract as a contractor. So that's a lot different from being actually employed by the state or the federal government. I'm not employed directly by them, I'm employed by a different company. See what I'm saying? My company holds a contract.
Okay, I'm starting to get it.
Yeah. How do I explain this? It's How do I explain this? It's kind of like you working for the staffing agency. Okay? You work for the staffing agency. You don't technically work for like Krispy Kreme or anything like that. You're just there doing a job you were contracted to do. Okay? Does that make sense?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, Kazi, moving around a lot doesn't really mean much of anything. You just have to have a clean background history, like nothing that sends up red flags that you may not be trustworthy. So, like, I think you have to have like a legit reason for traveling to foreign countries, especially those that aren't of allies. You have to report any foreign contact that you've ever had. And when they say foreign contact, I'm pretty sure like you were talking to them in person. I'm programming missiles yet, dork. I do tech support.
In other words, any country which produces movies that were eventually ported over by Ed Glazier.
I don't know about that, but I mean...
Twist Puppet is programming missiles.
I'm not programming missiles. I don't even program. I'm not a programmer. That is, like, above my pay grade, yo. It is. Well, they always... When you do a security clearance, especially if it's for the federal government, they're gonna ask you, like, the last 7 places you've lived. I haven't lived very many places, so... Yeah, they'll ask you specifics on the addresses for it and such. Like, you know, where you, what the address was, where you lived. They ask you for, like, references. And... How many did you have on yours, Kazi? Wait, Kazi, did you get a security clearance? At the depends on what type of clearance you had to get. I hear the NSA one was more involved and more derp shit.
By the way, for those watching, there was a sort of an inside joke that started since last week where there was a loud noise, and I just had quick thinking. I just said, "Oh, that was just me dropping my dick." It was actually this plastic baseball bat, which is extremely hard plastic. It's actually more tougher than wood. But if you look closely, it's a
wait. More tougher?
Yeah, it's some sort of proper. I can't pronounce or remember the type of plastic.
No, you're not getting what I said. Tougher, more tougher.
It is more stronger than wood.
It's
It's some kind of unbreakable plastic. I actually
it's a grammar thing, dude. It's a grammar thing. I'm sorry. You don't have to use more in front of tougher or stronger.
I know. I'm derp at times, but yeah, it's a Cold Steel Brooklyn Smasher, and I accidentally dropped it. Like I was actually reaching for my controller, and because it was holding up the bat, it fell onto the floor like that, and they were like, oh, everybody in the chat was like, "Oh, what was that?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I just dropped my dick," and it was enough to make Jer fall on the floor laughing. It doesn't take much, and his laugh is very, very infectious.
Jer is awesome.
Jer is one of the best.
Yeah, Kazi, it's not really a real high fucking security clearance. Not to do what I do. I mean, seriously, it's just fucking tech support.
Now, it could have been worse.
I've
It could have been this
walked
thing.
people through clearing their goddamn cache on Internet Explorer.
Could have been worse. It could have been this thing falling onto the floor.
What thing?
That thing.
What is that?
It's a sword cane.
Oh, one of those damn things.
Yeah. Got it for about $20 at the same flea market where I got the joystick.
Oh, I saw a flea market on Nolansville Pike. I thought I might check that out, but then again, it looks kind of shitty. So what I might do is just see if there's a flea market up at the farmers market downtown, and maybe like once a month we'll go. My sister and I'll go down to that and see what all's up.
I wouldn't mind checking out another huge flea market for a change. Now, granted, the Milton Flea Market where I go to, it's pretty big, and there's like a huge turnover rate for vendors. Sometimes they'll be here 1 week, and another week there'll be someone else in its place. But there's a lot of people selling crap, and a lot of times it's good crap.
Yeah, I can't wait for fucking MTAC next week. Not this weekend, it's next weekend. Oh, I'm so stoked. I've got the money for the hotel already. I've got an extra $100 to eat on. And then I'm hoping out of this paycheck coming up, I'm going to have maybe $100 or so to spend on swag. And when I say swag, I mean fucking, tons of awesome shit at the convention. Like I want to buy a t-shirt. Well, I might not want to buy this year's t-shirt. Because it's the theme is MTAC and love. And I'm not really a pink type of person. Your money tastes like paper. It's funny. But, so it's all about, like, romantic animes and shit. So I don't really care much about that. I'm just there for some panels. But Dan Green and fucking Little Karibo are going to be there. And they're going to be hosting a Yu-Gi-Oh! Play duel session. I don't know if it's a tournament or not, but I want to take my Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck, and I want to play, and I know the damn thing's probably not even legal anymore. So I gotta go look up the card lists. But I want to go play, and I want to hear like Dan Green and Little Karibo fucking narrate the playing. I think that would be cool. Oh yeah, they're also having a Juwario memorial panel. I've been begging them to fucking invite Juwario for like 3 years. And only after the man passes away do they give him a panel.
That's kind of that's bullshit.
They just had so many other guests they were dealing with at the time, and there just wasn't enough demand for it. But I am glad that they decided to go ahead and let a memorial panel go through. I don't know how many people's going to show up, but I'm certainly going to show up.
I would if I had the money. I'm saving up to. I'm just saving up to try and get to VGFF.
I don't even know if we're going to have VGFF. I haven't heard anything since the last time we talked about it.
Yeah, I was going to mention this earlier. I asked Jason a while back if like yesterday or so. I said, look, you don't have to give me any details, just a yes or a no. Has there been any progress? And he replied, no progress. So, yeah, I'm starting to get worried too.
Well, I don't know. It's like, that's okay. I mean, we can have it late in the year. We can have it in the middle of the summer. I don't care. I mean, we could go find a hotel in the D.C. area, maybe. You know, if they find one over there, too. Because he could just drive down and then drive back.
I mean, fuck it. If need be, if it's just gonna be a couple of us anyway, just have it here at my house.
I think it's going to be more than a couple people, dude.
Yeah, probably.
We had about 35 people there last year. 35 or 50, I can't remember which.
I thought it was just 30.
I don't remember. We had a good amount of people, though. I gotta remember to bring money to eat on this year, though. If we have it. Because what I want to do is, if we figure out a date, I want to save up for the hotel. I want to save up for the plane ticket. I want to save up to have spending money so I can have food to eat on and money to eat on. And then I got to save up for GMX as well. Kazi said it was at around 30. Yes, Kazi, I remember you were there.
And so was I. I think I played a game while we were there.
Yes, you did.
Maybe.
And then we had a Ninja Turtles tournament where you had one set of people playing the English version, the other set playing the Japanese version.
One thing
and we got to meet Jer.
Yes.
We got to meet Jer in person. And we got to see Blockhead and Bluefire and a bunch of other people. And the guy that is now known as the Beard.
Who was the guy that I was teaming with in that TMNT race?
What did he look like?
I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look at the picture, because I missed the meet and greet, so I hardly knew anyone that was there, except for the ones who introduced themselves.
All you had to do was just ask people's names. That's all we did. There was no meet and greet. We just came in. We introduced ourselves to each other, like as we went. I mean, I rode the elevator down with Blockhead. It was hilarious. Because I went to the counter to ask about VGFF, and then he got on the elevator with me, and we exchanged awkward glances, and then one of us said VGFF, asking a question if that's where we were going. It was like, yeah, and they were like, cool, and then we introduced each other to ourselves.
Yeah, for me it was it felt kind of awkward at first, and then I just started warming up. At least I'd like to think I was.
Yeah.
I started chatting with someone that walked into the lobby while I was just trying to stay awake.
Yeah.
And then after chatting away, he finally said, "Oh, by the way, I'm Ishtimo from the chat." And I was like, "Oh, cool."
Oh yeah, I remember Ishmo.
And I didn't really explain to him what I meant when I said was, well, at least Steve's picking up the slack. And I wanted to I wanted to explain to him what exactly that meant, because at the time, Crazy Warlock was still a friend of mine. He no longer is.
Oh, that's the guy that has the girlfriend named Magic Jade.
Yes, they're married now, by the way.
That I refer to as Mega Bitch.
But at the time, he was helping out with the fleet, with the Star Trek Guild, if you will.
Yeah.
And he did put in a lot of work.
I'm sorry, Star Trek. The online cape for Star Trek is just goddamn boring. I'm sorry. I think it's an MMO thing. I just get bored after like 10 minutes. Reminds me, I need to go uninstall Marvel Heroes because that got boring as well.
Remember, Reese was talking to me, and I couldn't recall a single word he said after like 5 minutes. And to be fair, Kazi, I didn't really say a whole lot at the meetup.
Yeah, you were kind of a little bit miserable after getting there, after sitting all night in the train station.
It wasn't really all night. Just I just wandered about the general area for about 2 hours, trying to hail a taxi because there was nobody there. It was like 2 in the morning, and everybody had gone home. I was worried I was going to get mugged because I had no idea which way I was supposed to go to get to the hotel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of glad I had a smartphone at the time. I got walking directions that use the public transit system. The only problem is I forgot to call the hotel for a pickup at the closest metro station, and I stupidly tried walking there.
And I was trying to call and let Jason know that you were on your way and that you were walking or something like that. And
yeah, I was walking. He freaked out.
I kept
He was
getting cut off.
He was rather worried.
I kept getting cut off because we kept passing through areas where AT&T doesn't have coverage.
Oops.
At times I couldn't even text. And
you were on the bus, right? On the train, right?
I was on the Amtrak. I was on that.
Never take Amtrak again.
I'm never taking a train again. Period.
Dude, subway trains are not that bad.
I don't know. The subway I took, that ride was kind of bullshit as well. But I think it was mostly because I was given bullshit directions.
That was my fault. I didn't specify shit. My bad.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this woman that I met on the metro.
Yeah.
And it's all in the vlog.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you get fucking directions from douchey fucking people.
I'll never forget this. This woman, who is evidently a soccer mom, she told me to take the train to Gallery Place. And get off at Redmont or something like that, and right there would be the train station. What she didn't realize was that this same metro train was capable of taking me about the equivalent of 20 feet. At least it felt like 20 feet.
I rode it all the way from... Let's see, where did I ride it from? Because I rode it from the Amtrak station all the way over to the Huntington station, the Huntington bus stop and train station, metro station. So I rode it, I rode it all the way there. But I could have rode it. I could have bypassed the Amtrak altogether and rode the metro line all the way from Central Station. You know?
I got extremely worried when I looked out the side of the train and saw the Washington Monument. I was like, oh god, I am fucked. This is so not where I'm supposed to be.
Here in Washington, dude, we were actually on that end of town. We were up next Fort Belvoir.
And it just turned out I got extremely lucky, because if I had went to the Amtrak station that was just down the road, I would have had to sit there for about an hour. Taking that train ride all the way to DC, it put me next to like the next in line to get on the damn train to begin with.
Yeah.
So that, I guess it all kind of evened out, but good God, that was scary.
Let's see.
Because I was in no condition to bunker down in a motel or anything in case something went wrong.
Okay, 2 days ago for the Windows 8.1. Sorry, I'm reading some shit because I'm thinking about updating my dad's Windows 8 computer.
That's cool. I'm still looking to eventually upgrade what will be Dad's computer, which was one of my old ones.
How old is it, and what does it run? Because you're not going to be able to put much of anything on there, probably. You may as well just have him save up and buy a new computer.
It's a Core 2 quad.
What's the RAM and the motherboard like?
I think it's a DDR3. It's a DFI LAN party.
Okay, how old is the computer itself?
The last time I used it, Windows
when did you
7
buy it?
was. Did I buy it? I built it myself.
Oh, you built it yourself? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When did you build it?
I'm trying to remember. It had to have been around 2005, I think. I mean,
you may just want... Okay.
The parts are somewhat antiquated, but at the same time, Dad doesn't do a whole lot of complex
stuff.
stuff.
But just to hold the operating system itself, you're probably going to want to either upgrade the equipment on it, like especially the motherboard, or just have him go out and get a new computer.
And that's why we suddenly ended up with a $200 laptop. So Dad wouldn't have to bother installing Windows 7 on that computer that I gave him.
Okay.
And the only reason he hasn't used it ever was because he had these two mixer cards by this now defunct company called Aardvark.
Yeah.
They would not work on Windows XP. The last company that it could officially work on was Windows 2000. That's how old these cards are. That interface
Yeah,
with
he
these
should
mixers.
definitely get some new cards. Oh, hey. I'm reading through here what the features are for the Windows 8 update, the one that just hit on the April 8th.
Uh-huh.
It looks like it's got feature tweaks for both tablet and desktop users, but it's more meant for making things easier when using a desktop and mouse. Brings back some of the interface features you had in Windows 7 and before, and adds other tweaks that make it more convenient on a desktop computer. Finally, somebody got some fucking brains in their head. Search is now more intuitive on the desktop for people new to Windows 8. While you could already access the Start menu to start typing search items, since Windows 8, the Windows 8 update makes it a little more clear for desktop users. Now, when you tap the Windows key or click the lower left corner of the desktop, a search field option opens up on the right side of the start menu so you can see what you're typing. While not a huge change, it should be clear. It should clear up how to search for those new to the OS. It will also now find Windows Store apps appropriate for your search term. Okay, the red X is back for closing modern apps. Quitting a modern Metro app before now requires you to pull down from the top of the screen, then swipe the app to the bottom. While that's convenient for tablets, it's a bit awkward for desktop users. Now Microsoft has brought back the red X. Hey, that's nice. More organization features. In Windows 8 Start menu, you now be able to move, resize, and organize tiles. Well, that's a bit fucking helpful. That should have been right there from the start. New shutdown and search controls without activating hot corners, like the search feature. The Windows 8.1 update makes shutting down your computer more convenient on the desktop from the modern start menu. Okay, so it still doesn't have the actual fucking start menu.
No, you're still gonna have to hack that in. But luckily
I've already added it in. That's the thing.
But luckily it's easy to do, and obviously you've already done it.
I paid $3 and got my dad's start menu back, so.
Really, I would have just done what was in that issue of CPU magazine that we got at the meetup.
You couldn't do it anymore. It was a full release. They removed that option.
Oh, it's gone entirely. You can't just create a you can't just create your own start button.
Nope.
Oh, that's retarded.
Because beforehand, you could turn off the Metro interface, or the modern interface. Not modern, it's actually a fucking step backwards, but whatever. You could just turn it off. That was during with the dev kits that were released, the demo versions. So, you could remove it, you could turn it off on that, but once they went to full release, you couldn't turn it off. There was no way to get it to boot to the start screen. To the desktop. You had to fucking boot into modern. Just bullshit. But that's okay because
the future.
Yeah. I don't know if doing an update is gonna override the start menu that I bought for my dad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look into that probably and see if that's gonna override it. And then just look into what my options are for paying for a new one if I have to get a new one. Because it's most likely not gonna be compatible. So what I'll do is I'll do that. I'll check and see what my options are for that, and then I'll do the upgrade on my dad's computer. Because it's going to have to be upgraded eventually, because they're going to stop supporting 8.0.
Sounds like a plan.
I love how people are still calling Windows 8 8.1, and they probably don't have 8.1, because they probably didn't actually upgrade it to 8.1. People are funny.
Now, is that a free update?
Yeah, the update is free.
Awesome.
You get it from the Microsoft Store, the App Store, and it is free. Because I just read that on the article. Now, there's this new thing they've got in the works called people are speculating is called Microsoft Threshold, which is possibility a working title for Windows 9.
We're already going up to Windows 9.
Mm-hmm. And with Bill Gates back at the helm, well, as he said,
that could be a plus.
He's actually back at the helm. Yeah, it's he's not running the company as the CEO, but he's certainly going to be the man behind the CEO. He's going to teach the new guy how to run the fucking company. Since they finally got rid of Steve Ballmer.
I'm just wondering, is he going to be working on some of the code?
I don't know. That would be awesome if he was. What I want him to do more, though, is I want him to have a directing role. Where he directs the way the software fucking goes. Because he's not stupid. He knows that the fucking tablets and the mobile market is a fad. It's a trendy thing. It's not going to last forever. It's not going to be a mainstay. It's not going to be something that's going to drive the industry forward. PCs are. These are here to stay. People are just being stupid.
Pretty much, yeah.
So yeah. How does a headcrab drop a shotgun?
I didn't drop the shotgun, it was already there.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he dropped on top of the shotgun.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of these are they're just there, which is weird, because why would you leave a shotgun out in the middle of a hallway?
I don't know. Excuse me.
Doom
Yeah.
logic, ladies and gentlemen. The burping only makes it classier.
I know, right? Classic.
Okay, all that's here is 2 med kits and a flamethrower. I'll have to come back in case I get hurt.
Alright, I'll be right back.
And I have to move back.
I'll be right back. I gotta go do something real quick.
Right on. I knew some of those things were back there. Oh, cool. More med kits. Awesome.
Metapad collected.
I'll have to use those med kits as like backup.
Code label collected.
Okay, where the fuck are you? Oh, you're back there. Come on now. Come to daddy. That's a good head crap looking thing.
Code label collected. Code label collected.
I really wish they had proper strafing in this game. All they had to do was just utilize the 6-button controls. Some games fucking require it, like Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition.
Code label collected.
Oh wow.
Label collected. Shotgun collected.
Fucking gold mine here, what the fuck?
Bulletproof vest collected. Shotgun collected. Shotgun collected.
All of the guns. All the guns, all the ammo.
Code label
I'm suspecting there's gonna be a boss coming up. Shit, I haven't even finished exploring the floor. I'm not sure if the overall objective is to clear out all the enemies or to just make it to the end. But I'm not going to take any chances.
Okay, I'm back.
You are back. Welcome back.
Yay.
Shotgun collected.
Keep forgetting what button fires and what button switches items.
Okay, stupid fucking platforms. Here's stupid fucking castle. Yeah, I need to look up how to fucking do those because I don't remember and I'm just going around in fucking circles.
Shotgun collected.
Now, to answer an earlier question, are there any other levels in this game? Actually, there is. This is only the first mission. The second mission puts you inside of a skyscraper. And I think the third mission, it's kind of a build on to the skyscraper mission, to where you're going inside inside like the sub basements, and it turns out there's a I'll go ahead and spoil it. It's aliens. There's a fucking hive underneath this building.
Damn, yo.
Yeah, and that's where I kept getting killed. And I'm actually recalling this from memory. I kept running out of ammo, and luckily I had the Kung Fu dude, so I didn't have to worry about ammo. But it sucked that I didn't have ammo to rely on. Okay, I think I might have cleared out the entire floor. Unfortunately, I don't have access to a bioscanner, so I can't really tell for sure. But they're not. But it's not really saying in the little dialogue box here that the floor is clear. So I don't really know. Yeah, I can't tell. Worst comes to worst, at least I got a shotgun.
Yay.
And a pulse laser, evidently.
Eat. I have to by the foot. By the foot.
Fun fact, there was going to be a sequel to this game called Beyond Zero Tolerance. And it was going to have special two-player deathmatch functionality, but it was just so late in the Genesis's lifespan that it had to be cancelled.
Oh. And they couldn't port it over to any other system?
No. For some reason, they just didn't do it. Yeah, like the Saturn couldn't have fucking done it. You know, the same kind of architecture that would have been the same as the PlayStation, kinda, sorta. Okay, not really, but somewhat.
Yeah, not really, dude.
We did get the same games. I mean, come on, Tomb Raider was essentially a Sega exclusive.
That came out on the PS1 though.
It did. It was
was like
it was on both the PlayStation and Saturn, and the reason why that it is
Really?
on the PlayStation was because Sega kept on pushing Core to rush the game to make it for their special rushed launch date. And Core got pissed and decided, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna make it multi-platform.
Okay.
And that's what led it to being a multi-platform game. Doom was also a multi-platform